Hello everybody and welcome back to Blackphoenix Entertainment. We got a fun one going on today. I am going to do my full review of my new M2 custom suspension. I have put quite a few hundred miles on this by now, made some adjustments, taken it through its paces, and I believe I can finally do a proper review on this suspension. Now, if you're not 100% sure what I'm talking about, check out this video up here of where I'm talking about my purchase and the install of this suspension. Then, you guys will know what I'm talking about in this video. So, for this video, I am going to hit some twisty roads because I only think that's appropriate for talking about an awesome coilover custom adjustable suspension. That is right, this suspension from M2 is fully adjustable. Not only that, he builds it to your specs. So he'll ask you what type of riding that you do, two up, whatever. Do you do a lot of like sport, more aggressive type riding? And he will build the strut, the shock, the spring, all of that to those types of specifications. So not only do you get that, but you also get the fact that you can adjust it. You can adjust the preload by, turning the ring if you're familiar with a coilover type suspension, which also raises and lowers the height of the Spyder. I misjudged how wet it was this morning. I'm going to take it easy around a couple of these. And also there is a dampening adjustment on there, which is a knob which will harden or soften the shock, which obviously will harden or soften your ride. So what you don't get with this custom suspension that you get with the stock suspension is when you're coming from a stop and doing a turn like that and giving it some throttle, it would shut down with the stock suspension because the squatting with the stock suspension was so soft, it would squat like when you're trying to take a turn like that, and the electronics would freak out and be like, no, I'm going to shut you down. And it's annoying, and it should never be like that. There should be some leans in there from Can Am, from the factory, to allow you to take a 10-mile-an-hour turn, from a stop left or right. Once you swap out the stock suspension, all of that goes away. It has been an amazing ride, being able to take a left or a right from a stop sign and not looking like a fool because the Spyder's shutting down on you. The other thing I've noticed is being able to carry a lot more speed into the turn and getting on the throttle a lot faster out of the turn, and that is huge. Ooh. See? Gotta be easy with that. So yes, obviously taking turns and twisties like this is one of the biggest reasons why you want to swap out your stock Spyder suspension. That is so many S words in a row, and I'm really surprised I got through that. But yeah, it is such a smoother ride in general. Like even going over some of these bumps, and that's what makes the M2 suspension great, because it's adjustable. If you don't like the dampening, the way it comes from the factory, the way that Market M2 has set it, you can spin that dial easily and soften it or harden it to your liking. Honestly, what I had to do, doing a lot of city riding, stuff like that, so a lot of bumps, I had to soften it by 2 clicks. So I just turned the black knob, which I will show you guys a picture of here. And so you twist that knob either left or right, depending on which strut you're working on. And he sends full directions with all of this, so don't worry about that. And yeah, and then you test ride it. I'll be like, okay, that's the setting that I want, and set and forget, basically. Yeah, and I've done all sorts of riding with this. Back roads, twisted roads, highway. Highway is smooth. No issues whatsoever. It's such a great ride. The other thing I've noticed with, because I upgraded all 3 shocks, going from a stop to a start a little aggressively, because that rear shock is stiffer than stock, it actually feels like it's picked up some speed. It actually, you're not getting the squatting as I keep talking about here, and it just goes. And you're actually double-edged sword, 'cause it's actually a lot easier for me to spin the rear tire now because you're not getting that squat. So, but you know what? It's still a lot of fun. So I'm sure you're all waiting for this, for those of you who are still sticking through this video. Are they worth it? Is it worth the money? Is it worth the time to go through Market M2 shocks to buy new adjustable suspension for your Can Am Spyder? Yes, I am saying it is 100% worth it, especially if you've got an older Spyder running on possibly factory shocks that have never been swapped out for quite a few years and quite a few 100,000 miles, then yeah, you're going to see, again, a night and day difference. So I appreciate everybody sticking through this video and checking out my review of the M2 shocks. If you like what I'm doing, go down, leave me a comment, and if you're viewing this for the first time and you're not a subscriber, it is totally free to do so. You are free to hit that red button and ring that bell to see all the other cool videos that I have. While you're down there, check out my description. I've got some stuff in there for you guys. I've got a discount code from Lunafide, so you can check out all their cool apparel. I'm sure there's something that you like if you check out their website. With all that being said, it is still season 2, so I must still bid you adieu. So goodbye and good night.